Welcome to Coffee, Chaos, and Conversation. I have the pleasure of interviewing Donnell, who is Jesus's son. Jesus was a pioneer back in the days. You want to talk a little bit about who you are and what you do?
My name is Donniel Foskey, Cypress Projects, East New York. I'm the son of the late great Puerto Rican Jesus. And I'm right now currently working on a project about my dad's life, which is a documentary series because I didn't want to do a story because stories come to an end. And I feel like my dad's story was too big just to be, a movie because he touched too many bases in New York City alone with 5 boroughs and other places out of state and stuff. So I felt it'd be better to do a series so, it could have a longer, run with it. And they would get a better understanding of my dad's life and why a lot of New York City legends you really can't compare to my father, from, the way he carried himself and the way he went about the life he was living, even though it was the street life when he decided to become a businessman, whatever life he decided to be in, dealt with it the correct way. He didn't, show other flaws that other men in his era or like this time, did. My father was different.
Okay. What made you want to do a documentary?
More or less because I see a lot of documentaries
Mm.
out here be based like on, a lot of people's lives, but in New York City is so many popular people that
Mm-hmm.
it's hard just to say like this person was a legend. Because to me, I've been in prison and stuff myself too. So to call somebody a legend, it has to really, stand out and, speak not only from like saying somebody, the streets is corny. So you can't just be a legend because you was in the streets.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because the streets don't really teach you nothing. So for me to think that somebody in the streets is a legend, it will be hard for me to, digest that. And I don't agree. Me though.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Um, so you decided to do this documentary or this doc series about your dad when you were like a younger age, or like, like, did you say, you know what, I'm turning this age now, I'm going to, talk about my dad? Or, what made you say, you know what, I want to talk about my dad? Because we was talking a little earlier and you was like, I ain't really live with my dad. So you want to talk about that a little bit? Like,
Yeah, I mean, growing up, like any other household, I only had my mother. So, my mother was like my dad growing up. I really got a lot of, like how I get fly, how I dress, all that came from my mom. Even though
mm,
my dad is who he is, but my mom is somebody too. So I like to give her credit. Most of the
shout
credit,
out to mommy.
because most of the credit, like I said, my mom's is dad all the way when the times where he was in dad. So a lot of my stuff come from my mom, I would say. Son,
Okay.
first.
Okay. So you say you just Jesus' son. Do Jesus have like a lot of sons,
Yeah,
or?
Jesus got a lot of kids.
Okay.
So,
All right. How many kids?
probably like 17 or
Oh
better.
my God.
It's a lot of us.
And
I
only you
count.
decided to do the documentary? Or
Uh,
did you all of you guys come together and
Nah,
say,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, with my father's story, it still don't really add up to me with the people, because the people hearts who he really touched. You would think that the kid that will be in his house, when he passed away, will be the one to tell his story. Because like I say, he got kids that did live with him. Me, I didn't live with him growing up, but my dad was always in my life to the point where, he always let me know stuff or, how to conduct my life. One thing he always taught us was not to be in the street. So I can
that's
give that to him.
interesting.
Yeah, my dad never wanted me.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a real dad. So let me ask you this question. You said I guess the kids that he lived with, they didn't want to do the documentary. Are all of y'all close, or you?
Yeah, we all close. Like I'm the oldest besides Davon. Davon is my older brother. He's like a couple of months older than me. And we both from Cyprus. we very close. But like I said, we both was in prison when my father passed away. So,
So let me ask this question. You said you and Davon and you lived in the same household or
we living across the building from each other.
wait, so your father was getting around like
Yeah, my father had, my mother pregnant, and I guess he had my mother pregnant, and they lived across the building from each other,
Oh,
Cypress. So me and my brother, we grew up to be close, and our homes, they close too. But
wow.
I don't know what happened in that era, but
Right.
that's how we came into the world.
Okay, so are you close with all of your siblings?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you know like how many brothers, how many sisters?
yeah. Me being the
Because you said
oldest,
earlier, like
I know.
17, like you
Yeah,
wasn't sure.
no, but it's like every day Jesus got a kid now. When people start seeing who their father really was, but they don't know who their father really was. That's why I say like I got brothers and sisters, but I don't jack everybody as my brother and sister because my
Wait,
father never introduced me to
what
you.
do
So I
Jack
don't
mean? Because
meaning
I don't know what that
meaning like
means.
I don't fully know. Like I don't
Okay.
know if the test results say Jesus is, what I mean, was your my mother. I know. I don't know your mother like that because when Ida came to get us, that we know
Who's
Jesus got
Ida?
is at my grandmother.
Okay.
So when she come, you normally if Ida house she was at, you were a kid of Jesus because Jesus got a lot of kids. So I never seen them at Ida house. I can't say, oh yeah, that's my brother and my sister because
Okay.
my dad never introduced me to you to say that. So the ones that he did introduce me to, yeah, it's a lot of us. I know all of them. We still speak to each other to the day.
Okay. So
So
most of them you know.
most of them,
Safe to say most of
yeah.
them you know.
But when he passed away, like I said, a lot of people popped up that I don't know. So now when I came home, they saying, "Oh, this is your brother." I never met them yet to this day. I really didn't even still to try to meet them because it's like, while my dad died now, and now everybody's our brothers. I'm 47 years old.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
it's situations like that.
Okay. So you said when you came home, so you went to jail.
Yeah, I
How
did
long did you
10
do?
years in jail straight, and my father was gone, so that's what made me want
Wow.
to do the story.
Okay. All right. So we gonna take it back. Take it back. What age did you go to jail?
This time I went to jail.
Wait, this time. So it was more than one time.
Yeah, I've been in jail my whole life.
Oh,
This is probably like the longest I've been out of jail. So
wow.
most of my life, I'm 40, about to be 41. So like at least 20 something years ago. That time frame in the real world, I've been incarcerated. So
Mm,
that's like majority of my life. So I've been in jail more years than I've been in jail.
wow.
So
Wow.
my life is so different than everybody else. And Jesus' kid. So like I said, I didn't live with my dad. I lived in the projects where Jesus came from. So at the end of the day, you have to carry who your dad is now. So whatever problems he had went to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like if you from that area, if your dad is the big time person and you live in the project still, next thing is you the big time person, or you got to hold it down from his name. So unfortunately, I had to be that person in my neighborhood because my dad was that person. Picked up things the wrong way where
Uh,
he didn't want me to, but
yeah,
that's all I knew.
that was my next question. Your dad said he didn't want you to do that. So what made you feel like you had to do that?
He was in jail already. He wasn't there to tell me what to do. So I already knew the
Um,
stories when I come outside.
so just
Um,
being a product of that
yeah,
environment.
like
Mm,
I look at life like this, right? Now that I understand life, my dad had friends all over the world, but when I came out my mother and they knew that I was his kid, I was already a target. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people in the street, they was already leading me to the wrong because they felt like my father was somebody. So it was they get off for getting your son into bad situations and stuff. So I
mm.
never had nobody really tell me to do the right thing. They always told me to do wrong. And I thought wrong was cool because, that's the style. I mean, that's what they were saying my father was doing.
Oh,
But he wasn't there to tell me if he was or not. No, so I just thought that that's what it was. And I make stuff happen. I started picking up more and more bad habits.
mm.
I wasn't smart enough to know that they were using me and they were scared to catch a felony. So I was catching the felonies for all the
Wow.
Thought it was cool.
So how does that make you feel now?
Like a dummy.
Mm. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that you even, had to go through that. Because a lot of us don't know no better, you know?
Yeah, it's just
But
it,
now you know better, you gotta do better.
yeah, that's why I came out. I did my time. Like I said, I did my time like a man, and when I come back out here, I have a new way to look at things. So that's how I came out here. And I'm doing my father's story now. I did everything on my own. I got a lot of brothers and sisters, got a lot of kids, but like I said, I did everything on my own. So he's saying like who my dad is, that means something to me, because I'm a
Mm.
reflection of him. So if he got all these kids, they should be doing the same thing I'm doing, or we should have a big support system. The Puerto Rican Jesus story doc series should have been out.
So why don't y'all come together? Why don't you sit down with your siblings and say, "Hey, let's come together on this"?
Oh, we've been did that, and I'm past that point. It's
Oh.
not, you don't need to
So you
come
have
together with
tried.
nobody. Yeah, when I first came
Okay.
out of prison, see, I'm this type of person. I'm a vigilizer. So when I came out of prison, I already told people what I was doing. So you either could come join or you're gonna just get left. That's how I am with anything. Because I did 10 years by myself. I never asked nobody for nothing. I was rich in jail, on my own. So I don't have to come out and be agree to what you want to do. I know the right thing to do is my father's story because that's what he wanted. Before my father died, he told his friends and stuff, don't let his legacy die out. So a lot of people out here, they still living off of my father. A lot of money that my father had in the street ain't get returned and stuff. When people die, a lot of stuff, tabs and stuff don't get paid. People not
Mhm.
saying that that's Jesus' restaurant or this is Jesus stuff because they happy Jesus dead. Left so much stuff out here that if you could claim the person's stuff, why wouldn't you be happy that they dead? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to return the stuff. You ain't gonna give it to the
Mm.
kids. You know what I'm saying? I ask how many friends send my little brothers and stuff, on Christmas and stuff. They don't know nothing about Jesus no more. Dead. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I took me to come home and say, oh, this is my father, and now everybody, oh yeah, they friends and stuff. But it wasn't like that in the beginning. They looking at me crazy, like, what? Do a story for what? I feel like
Um,
I'm wasting my time.
so
Everybody got their own opinion.
so when did your father pass?
He died on May 11th, 21.
2021.
Yeah, so it's about to come up.
Okay, so May 11th, 2021. Okay, what and was it hard to, like, get people to talk about him?
It wasn't like the hardest thing ever. I didn't understand it. My thing is like when I came home, they got to do AZ from Paid in Full, the movie. Everybody see the movie Paid in Full, whatever. Dame Dad shot it, whatever. The movie was really not good reputation for New York. One because it's about a guy that's killing his own friend, and then the other guy sleeping with his friend's sister, and then the sister
But some people find that entertaining.
yeah, I mean, that's entertaining to you, but I don't want nobody to be my friend like that. So I'm
Yeah,
not
but it's
sleeping with
real
my
people out
girlfriend.
here that do stuff like
Yeah, I
that. So
know.
maybe he shedding a light on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they shed the light and then they kept it going in the street aspect where once you tell, you can't talk no more. There's no reason to be talking about nothing you did. Everything died out.
They call that snitching.
Yeah. But even if it's not snitching,
Mhm.
you shouldn't even be talking about nothing in that life no more because it's not your life no more.
Mm.
So forget the snitching part.
Okay.
It's just nothing to talk about. It's like me going to work every day and I do movies. I came from jail, but I don't go outside saying, "Oh, I'm a gangster." Or this. No, I'm a movie director. I shoot movies. That's it.
So
I
you
got
don't wanna talk about what you used to.
nah for what? It ain't nothing to talk about no more because I'm not that same person no more. I'm not the same person from yesterday or before. I'm not gonna hurt nobody no more because at the end of the day, I already did know its consequence to every event. So once you know that, you ain't trying to keep putting yourself in the same position.
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know. That's how I am. But I feel like with my father's story and AZ and them being his friends, it shouldn't be hard for somebody to speak for somebody that passed away that you actually was having good memories with and having times of your life with. And then with this person, he's on platforms getting paid to talk on the platform about my father that's passed away, and you receiving profits for it, but you wouldn't even talk on to his son about the memories and experience you
Mm.
had with him. So how do that work? I supposed to call you my dad friend still?
Oh.
You know, so a lot of stuff to me, you know, that's like me and you, and he asked me, "Oh, you know, my mom, how was your memories well on her podcast, whatever." Anything he wanted to know, I will be free to share with him.
Right,
Why wouldn't I want to share that with him? You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's a gift for me to be here, and his parent is not here to share that with him.
Oh, so
So
you had a hard time. Sounds
rough
like you had
time.
a rough
Yeah,
time
that's why I've
with
been
people,
all
giving you
this
their
time for me.
stories.
Yeah, they
Mm,
they give you a spin around. Like they'll
mm,
tell you, "Oh, I do it," but they ain't trying to. But they won't say that. 'Cause they be
mm.
like, "That's Jesus' son," so they'll go about it in a downplay way. Yeah, Auntie. So it's a lot of people that spoke, but there's a lot of people that I wish would have spoke because it would have been better. Even though the doc series is gonna be fire, because I got 19 people to speak.
Okay,
But
so that's a lot.
yeah, but it's still so many people he did stuff for was like the ones that I really wanted to speak that I feel like have an audience or have, you know, people that
Like a
will,
bigger platform.
yeah, like they
Okay.
can help me in a better way. They didn't do that, you know, and it's sad, but at the end of the day, I pushed through myself. So
Okay, so that's all that matters.
yeah,
Perseverance is everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you stay consistent with it, and that's what matters.
it's been a rough journey, yeah, like
Hey, hey,
always.
that's what this podcast is about. It's gonna be some chaos.
I had a lot of coffee breaks, so yeah, I'm still taking them. So yeah.
All right, so now we gonna talk a little bit about you. What was your turning point in life? Because you said you was in jail. You've been in jail before, so what was the turning point where you said, "This time I'm not going back"?
I mean, it's like I said. For me, unfortunately, when I was in jail, like I said, I lived like a king. So, like jail, you know, wasn't really rough for me like how it was for other people. It was rough in a way where, you know, I was in the box like most of my time because I'm not a
What's the
people
box?
person, like SHU.
What is that?
That's like segregated. You segregated from like all the other inmates
So you alone?
alone.
Okay.
So me being that I was a bad and I was bad when I was in jail. So, you know, I used to get
Bad
upset.
meaning like getting into
Yeah, I
things.
get into a lot because
Okay.
I get bored fast, and I feel like any place I go, if it's not mine, I don't like it. You understand? So I'm the type of person. Once you put me somewhere, I gotta have some type of control or something going on. And when I get in these facilities, it ain't really nothing going on. So being
Mm.
that this is my home, I have to figure it out and make something go to my liking. You know. So and when I was in there, I knew I had a long time to be there. So I had to make sure I'm comfortable as possible like I would be if I'm out here. You know?
Okay, so what was your turning point where you said, "You know what? I don't like jail no more, and I want a better life. So I'm gonna do when I get home, this is what I'm gonna do."
When I everything I thought about when I was like I said in SHU because you got more time to think.
What is SHU?
That's the box,
Okay.
segregated confinement. Like
Okay.
I said, you by yourself, like a little thing like this, but that's where you live at. Your food come there. That's where your rack at. Everything. So it was times I've been in there for so many years that I already was strategizing. You know, so I guess like you can say that's bad, but that's good. Sometimes people need time for themselves. In that time
Mm.
frame, I came up with the strategy. Like when I get out, I want to do movies. And I've always felt like, you know, my life was a movie anyway from a kid. You know, I've been through so much so fast that, you know, I really like if I come out and actually show the world what I've been through and put it on the big screen, I know it would be, you know, entertainment.
Mm.
Like you said, because people like to see people go through stuff or something. You know, so I've been through a lot.
It
So
just might, whatever you've been through might shed a light on for somebody else. That's what this platform is really about. Like teaching your younger people or somebody that might be going through the same thing you went through. They don't want to go through that. So you just talking about it, sometimes conversating about it and saying, "Hey, this was not a good look. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z." You know what I'm saying? To make it better for myself.
yeah, most of the time when you come out, you know, you already expected to go back. So, you know, I like to break the
When you say
odds.
expected to go back.
Like, you know, the Department of Corrections or the feds, wherever you come home from, they normally, you know, counting you to come right back.
Who's counting you to come back?
System.
That's what the system
It's set up just to come back.
Mm.
So when they put you like in a box or they put you in closed environments, you know, when you come out, you get free. You get too free, you get back into caught up in stuff because it's too much temptation stuff that you ain't used to. Not
Mm.
used to dealing with a girl and being in a relationship. Not used to having a job and walking to work, getting on the train every day, going back. So
But I thought that they give you, like, stepping stones when you get out.
not me. I ain't had no stepping stone. I came out
Um,
straight from the box and did all of this. You
no, but
understand?
when you
So
came out from the box, don't they put you in, like, a halfway house
nah,
and
not me. I
Oh,
don't know what they do to other people.
oh,
That's
the
what I'm trying to tell you. I'm different. They don't do that with me.
okay.
They did stuff with me that I didn't even know they could do. You know, so like I said,
You might wanna look into that.
yeah, that's what I'm telling you. A lot of stuff took place with me. So, like with Department of Corrections, I went through so much stuff that I experienced that I don't want to be incarcerated. It's basically like
Mm.
it's basically like they could do whatever they want with you. You know,
So that probably was your turning point.
that had to be my turning point. But I think my turning point for me was just losing my family alone while I'm away. You understand? I never went
Mm.
through that. Like I said, because when you somewhere and you know you got to do your time, there's nothing you can do. You just got to do it.
So
So
let
when
me
I lost all my parents, and then not my mother, but my father, that broke me. It wasn't nothing really
Mm.
else for me to really focus. Like I really had to get out. And me not being able to go to the funeral, that was
That
a
was my
tough.
next question. Because don't they when you in jail, don't they let you come home to see
Yeah, but I got too much high. I had high classification, so they
what
can't.
is our
It's like
classifications?
with me,
Violence?
I'm Adam
Okay.
Sag. Every inmate is not the same person. Like it's dudes that get locked up every day, but if they get locked up and I get locked up, we ain't gonna be treated the same. You understand? Because my name is what my name is. So as soon as I come in the system, I could go to Rackets, I could go anywhere. As soon as they look my name up, I'm already red mitten, like I'm high profile. You understand? They treat me like I'm Gotti or somebody. I'm just a regular person. But that's how the system already designed me in their system for whatever reasons they like to monitor me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had a lawsuit because I almost died in prison, but the cops almost killed me, beating me crazy times, beating me up, doing all type of stuff to me. But I had lucky family support that my family was coming up to the jails, and making sure that, I get the right treatment. Because if not, you can lose your family in it, you know? It's
Mm.
different. I experienced all type of stuff in there, trauma. So my mental health alone is high. I got high anxiety, all of that. So a certain stuff that people could deal with, I can't deal with. I can't be in loud environments and stuff like that no more because the stuff I seen or I've been through. My mental
In
not the
jail.
same. Yeah.
Mm.
I've been to 23 different facilities.
Oh my
You know
god.
what I'm saying? Dudes never even been to one or two.
And
And
you've
I'm
been in
talking about
small
USPs, the United States Penitentiary. I never been to no lows and camps and none of that. I only be in the max. You understand? So yeah, I've been in the worst of the worst with the worst of the inmates in the world.
But why do you think you went to the max? 'Cause of
Because
your
I
behavior?
because I guess I don't know. I guess being Jesus' son carries a lot, and my behavior really wasn't like outstanding. I just was on money time. To be real with you, I was getting a lot of money, and they
In
couldn't catch
jail?
me. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and they couldn't catch
But
me.
wait, hold on. How you get money in jail? I
Yeah,
mean, I never been to jail. I don't wanna go to jail, but I'm just curious on how do you get money in prison?
I mean, the same way as the street, you gotta figure it out. And then when you got a lot of time, you still got kids, you still gotta provide. So yeah, I had
Mm.
to pay bills for jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have it.
So you was
Yeah,
making money and sending the money home?
that's a fact.
Okay.
Cash out the money to my wife or whoever I was with at the time, and I keep my books loaded. Little 10,000, 20,000. I bring all my receipts home because I like black and white. That's why, like, when you in there, I don't like people calling me home for money all day. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in there, so I know you can live in there. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
people act like you can't, but it's a way to live. Just got to be willing to make sure you live, like how you live out here. And people don't want to do that, so they'll call their girlfriend, their mom, and try to get them to feel bad for them to send them money. You know what I'm saying? But you put yourself in that situation, so you should be able to conduct yourself in there and figure it out. A lot of
Mm.
people don't do that. They call their
Okay.
loved ones.
Oh.
I was in there. I always had no drugs. I didn't want to say that on your show, but
It's alright.
yeah,
This is
drugs
real. This is
control the
real
jab.
journeys right here.
Nah, but the only
Real
thing I
people,
did
real
for me,
talk,
you
real
know, they're gonna get
journeys.
real. So
And that's what I love. I love real.
that's why I wore this shirt though. Like you see this, it say heavy pockets. That's what they called me in jail. I ain't named myself that. That's because I was getting so much money in there. I had a
Mm.
cash app named Heavy Pockets. They sent the money there. They know they gonna get what they do. But when I was in there, auntie, like I said, my mind was always big. So if it's a roll of 12 people on this tier right here, I'm trying to get the whole 12 people to the visit. So that's the type of individual is. I like to change lives. So if my girlfriend got friends, I let her know, yo, get your friends. Even if we gotta go to the shelter and get 12 shelter girls, whatever. They want to get some money, I pay them $150 to come see one of my friends on a visit. My baby mother make sure they get what they need to get to the visits, and that's it. We make sure the visit floor is loaded. It's coming back like Christmas, you know. But
You
yeah, I did
teaching
what
me
I
a
had to
lot.
do to survive. And
Okay.
you know, like I said, luckily I had people on my side that supported me to the things that I needed to get done for me to get it done. So it wasn't like I did it by myself, but
Mhm.
I still made things happen even though I was incarcerated. It was
Okay.
still breaking the law, but I'd rather break the law while I'm incarcerated to break it when I come out. So that's how I looked at it.
Okay, but you're not breaking the law no more.
Hell no, I'm done
Okay.
with that. That's why I said I got it out my system while I was in there because it's like you already penalized. So at the end of
Okay.
the day, I got to still feed my family.
Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about you. How many kids you have?
I got 6 kids.
6 kids. Oh,
Yep.
you better stay with them heavy pockets with 6
Yeah.
kids.
That's why I'm doing straight positive things. Move. I got the merch. I got the TV series about to come out. Like my dad doc series is just one thing.
Okay,
Like
so you got your own set of stuff going on
yeah,
besides your dad's stuff.
yeah. My dad is like that's just my baby. Like that's just me giving back to him who he is.
Okay. All right.
Like his project is just like me introducing myself to the world. Like I just want to show them my work. Like, all right, I put my own work in. I got all the speakers on my own. I funded the whole project. I copyright, trademark my pop's name, everything on my own, with no college experience from none of this. I did all this from prison on my own, just my own education. So now I know all the loopholes, how to get the stuff on the platform that I needed to get on. So now this is my career. I don't look at myself like, oh, I was in the street or that, because I don't even care about that. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is I do movies. I'm acting now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got the TV series coming up. I'm gonna probably most likely play my father in the TV series.
Okay.
So there's a lot stuff that I got going on, but I don't really say nothing because once it's out, then they'll see like, oh, that's what he was doing.
No, but it's good to say stuff. It's good to put it out there. So, like, I didn't know that. So now I'm gonna be interested. I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah, I was just in some movie called Sunday. I played Jesus in that. It got me playing the robber in there, some sick up kids. But the actor that I play, his name is Jesus. My
Okay.
father.
All right.
Yeah, I shot that like last month or something. It just dropped the trailer on Tubi. So I'm like I said, I'm working on it. I'm just trying to do nothing but positive. Like where I'm at in my life, I don't got friends. I just be with myself and working on my father project. And like, I'm gonna be real with you, till that's out, I really don't got energy for nothing else. My
Okay.
heart is like
It's
into that right now.
dedicated.
Yeah.
You dedicated to that.
And then my money, everything I really got, I put into that. So, I have to make sure that goes so then I could get the book out. I could get other stuff going. So I feel like that's the one that'll do it and then it'll help me open up the door for other stuff. And I do want to do my own story. You know?
Okay, because your story seemed interesting.
Yeah,
You
I
seem
got
like you
a
got a lot to
large,
say and a lot going on.
yeah, not really no more, but I had a lot going on that need shown to the world, like you said, so other kids don't got to go through it or
Mm-hmm.
think like certain stuff is cool that ain't cool. Like I'm well rounded enough for them to talk to me and to tell them if this is right or not right. Because I'm fair. I don't look at a kid to go tell him, here go some drugs, go sell drugs. I'd rather tell him to do something positive. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's something that you don't need. When my son come out, he don't know me for nothing but doing movies. And so I've
Mm.
been home almost 3 years now. So forget all the stuff that I said I did.
Okay.
What I did now. I've been on 3 years. I ain't committed crime in 3 years, so at the end of the day,
Then you're
I'm
not
a
gonna
changed
commit no
person.
more crimes at all.
I don't need to. I'm doing
Alright.
movies, so if I could I look at it like this, if I could pick a gun up in a movie and shoot at somebody and get to go home to my wife, I'm happy with that.
I know that's right,
You
'cause it's
understand?
all fake.
That's it. So
Okay.
anything I wanna do is fake.
Okay,
I did too
good.
much real already. So
Okay.
it don't get no more realer than me. So if I see a kid and you wanna be like me, you just stupid. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I did everything for you. You don't have to do nothing. Imma tell you the right stuff to do.
Perfect.
You know
Perfect,
what I mean?
perfect. You just gotta let them know that, though, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But I got like I
I
said,
tell people all the time, "Talk to your kids."
yeah, like with my daughter, like I said yesterday, I put on this show called Jiggy Kids. Like my father never like no matter who my father was, he didn't take me and put me in rooms where I had opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I had to put myself in these rooms. So now for my daughters, like I want to be on TV. I want to be so I asked them, what y'all want to do? They're not sure like that. So I put them in stuff to see if they like it. If they fill it out and they want to do it, then I'm gonna support that. But that's what I'm about now. I'm not like nothing negative about me no more because everything I do, I'm striving to overcome negative energy. That's what I'm about.
And that's good, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm all for the kids. I don't like these kids out here being misguided and all that because that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Right, that's why I really like this platform too, is because, you get some people on here and they can maybe, guide the younger you down the right lane to be like, "Hey, no, I don't wanna go to jail. I wanna do movies before I even get to that part," you know? If I wanna play a gangster, I could go in a movie and
Yeah,
play a
Like,
gangster.
I
I
don't
don't
gotta
because
gotta
I'm
I'm
do it
tired
tired
of
of
doing
in
doing
in
it.
real
real
life.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm tired of it.
I
I
don't
don't
have
have
the
the.
energy no more. You know, sometimes I
Sometimes I
look
look
at
at
people
people
and
and
people
people
don't
don't
really
really
know
know
who's
who's
who,
who,
so
so
they
they
put
put
on
on
these
these
images
images
out
out
here,
here,
but
but
I
I
can
can
see
see
straight
straight
through
through.
you. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm,
I
done
done
been in
been in
so
so
many
many
live
live
rooms
rooms
where
where
they will
they would
shake
shake
you
you
out your
out your
boots.
boots.
So it's
So it's
like
like
I
I
look
look
light
light
skinned, I
skinned, I
look
look
pretty and
pretty
all
and all
that to
that to
them,
them,
but
but
you know,
I
I really
really
do it
do
to
it to
them.
them.
So it's
So it's
like
like
sometimes you
sometimes you
gotta
gotta
think for
think for
people
people
because
because
they
they
don't
don't
really
really
know
know
who
who
they're
they're
around.
around.
So
Some,
and
and
then it's
then it's
like
like
just
just
Puerto
Puerto
Rican
Rican
Jesus
Jesus
being
being
my
my
father
father
is
is
like,
like,
that
that
comes with
comes
a
with a
lot
lot
too.
too.
So
So
with
for
me,
me,
I
I
just
just
want to
want to
do
do
things the
things the
right
right
way and
way and
show
show
kids
kids
that
that
no
no
matter
matter
what
what
position you
position
be
you
in
in
life,
life,
you
you
always could
always could
change
change
that.
that,
No
no
matter
absolutely.
matter
what.
what.
And
And
that's
that's
important.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
because I
thought it
So
thought it
wasn't
wasn't
possible.
possible.
So I'm
so
gonna
Imma
ask you
ask you
this
this
question
question
before
before
we
we,
end the
end the
session.
session.
What would
What
you
would you
like
like,
somebody to
somebody to
take
take
away
away
from
from
this
this
interview,
interview,
if
if
nothing
nothing
else?
else?
Just
Just
like
like
make
make
sure
sure
y'all
y'all
stay
stay
positive
positive
and
and
always
always
believe in
believe in
yourself.
yourself.
No matter
No matter
what
what
people
people
tell you
tell
you
you you
can't
can't
do,
do,
you can
you
do it.
do it.
Mm,
Because
Like I
like I
said, I've
said,
been
I've been
home for
home for
less than
less than
3 years,
3 years,
and
and
since I've
since I've
been
been
out,
out,
and nothing
nothing
been
been
I've been
I've been
blessed.
blessed.
Like
Like
God really
God
been
really been
putting me
putting
in
me in
rooms
rooms
where
where
with
with
all
all
celebrities,
celebrities,
like
like
I ain't
I ain't
never been
never been
around this
around
many
this many
celebrities
celebrities
until
until
like I
like
put
I put
myself in the
myself in the
room.
room.
And how did
How
I
did
do
I do
that?
that? Like I
By
said, by
just
just
coming out
coming out
wanting to do
wanting to do
something
something
different.
different.
your mindset
Changed.
changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I
I
never been
never been
around so
around
many
so many celebrities
celebrities, no, like
like
in my
my
life. Like
life.
even
Like
when I
even when I
seen you
seen
at
you at
the
the
Mike
Mike
Tyson
Tyson
event the
event
other
the
day,
other
I
day, I
never even
never
went
even
to
went to
events
events
before.
before.
Like I
Like I
just really
just really
started
started
like
like
enjoying
enjoying
life. I
life. I
haven't
haven't
been
even
on a
been on a
trip,
trip,
none of that.
none of
Yes,
that.
I
Yes, I
took more
took more
trips with the
trips with the
police than
police than
anything.
anything.
So it's
So it's
like,
like,
why you
why
want
you
to
want to
take those
take
type
those
of
type of
trips and you
trips and
can, live
Absolutely,
life?
you can take the real nice
And
trips.
my
You
my
first
first
train,
train,
it's
it's
like
like
I've been
I've
through
been
so
through
much
so much
pain
pain
that
that
I
I
refuse to
refuse to
let
let
another
another
kid or
kid or
somebody out
somebody
here
out
that
here
I
that
could
I could
really
really
give them
give
some
them some
information.
information.
Like, don't
Like,
do
don't do
that. You know what
that.
I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Because I've
Because
been
right.
I've
on a
been on a
plane
plane
shackled
shackled
up.
up.
Like
Like
that's the
that's the
first
first
plane I ever
plane I
been
ever
on.
been on. I ain't never been on a
Mm.
plane free by yourself with your legs moving. I gotta wear the box locked up. The feds, they fly you all over the world, so you ain't gonna be able to see your face. So if you want to have a girlfriend, if you want to keep her, don't want to be in the feds. I've been in the feds in the States. So for me, I already graduated all the worlds that these kids need to stay in public school, go to junior high school, and college. That's it. You don't want to play with the streets. It's not for you. Because it
Mm.
wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was. And now I'm 40. Now I wasted so much of my life.
Right.
Now it's like I'm trying to make up for the things now that I should have been correct.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm on positive time in my life right now. And I'm happy to be 40 years old still because I'm still blessed. Like I said, I still did everything on my own. And, you know, I grew up in prison, so I didn't have the right guidance from a man. I turned myself into a man, you know, from being around other
Mm.
men and just learning from their mistakes and saying, I don't want to make that same mistake.
Right. You already messed up enough.
Yes.
You gave enough out. No more. But thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
really
you for
coming. I
having me on your
really
platform. You know, anytime you need me, I'll definitely come through.